inches? 4.
Hello and welcome to the Spy Guy channel. And you can't have a spy channel without the professionals. I loved this show back in the day, guys. Yes, it's a little bit dated now, very 1970s, very blokey. But I still enjoy it so much. It was huge here in Australia, and obviously it was very popular in the UK. I'm not sure about the rest of the world. I think it did okay in some parts of Europe. I know it was screened in America under the title of CI5, but I don't know how popular it was there. If there are any Americans out there watching, let me know. You'd probably know Divining Dragon. So much fun. I think largely the success was due mainly to the three leads, though: Gordon Jackson, Martin Shaw and Lewis Collins, and helped quite a bit by the fact that none other than Martin Campbell directed quite a few episodes and sort of set the tone for the show. There's even an appearance there in an episode or two by Douglas Camfield, famous Doctor Who director. So the pedigree was really good. I'm a little bit annoyed that Martin Shaw is not particularly complimentary about this show. It's almost like he's above it. I think he's mellowed somewhat lately as he's gotten older. I even read somewhere that for a while he actually prevented the show being repeated, which meant the repeat fees weren't available to all those people that needed them, except that someone quietly reminded him that Gordon Jackson's widow was suffering some financial hardships and needed the money. So he relented. So he showed some decency there. All that said, though, honestly, this show was just so much fun. The history is a bit weird. From what I can gather, it was produced by Brian Clemens, and it was part of the Avengers production team, the new Avengers production team. And if I recall, there were some financial issues and a lot of people didn't get paid from the new Avengers, and somehow this all evolved into the professionals being made, which certainly turned their fortunes around because the show was huge, as I said. Controversial at times for being violent. Then there was one episode, The Klansman, that was banned. But it's very much of its time. But as I say, I think the strength of the show was the three leads. Let's be honest, some of the stories were probably a bit one-dimensional, and that was certainly a criticism of Martin Shaw. But the banter between Lewis Collins, Martin Shaw and Gordon Jackson just made the show totally reinforced by the fact that there was a follow-up series of The Professionals starring Edward Woodward in the Cowley type role, and two other actors whose names I don't even know because they had no charisma. They were probably good actors, but it just proved that it doesn't matter how good a show is, it all hinges on your leads. And in this case, they struck gold with Martin Shaw and Lewis Collins. Apparently the two didn't get on very well, and Lewis Collins was a last-minute addition because the previous actor that was cast as Bodie just didn't work out. But he jumped in at the last minute and did an amazing job. We lost Lewis Collins too early. I really enjoyed his work. I enjoyed the movie that he made, Who Dares Wins, about the SAS, which has kind of a personal, I guess, effect to me because my late father-in-law was in the SAS, although I don't think he thought much of the movie. But I liked it, and The Professionals is just a gem, honestly, guys. If you haven't seen it or seen it for a while, it's worth a rewatch. Again, take into account that it's very 70s, very blokey, very sexist. Sometimes the low budget shows. I think it's boosted by the fact that Lewis Collins and Martin Shaw did most of their own stunts. And it was just of its time. I think The Professionals will go down as just a landmark of 1970s TV. Around that time you had shows like the Sweeney, which I think The Professionals was probably a little bit influenced by. And it was just an era that's a bygone era. But it's really worth a look, guys. It's really worth your time. I've managed to secure quite a few interesting clips. A couple that highlight the banter between Collins and Shaw, regardless of how they felt about each other personally. It doesn't show on camera. It's fun. Gordon Jackson shines. I didn't even mention the theme tune by Laurie Johnson, who did the my favourite Avengers theme in the 1960s. It's, again, of its time, but it just makes you punch the air. It makes you want to drive through a plate glass window. So sit back, relax, enjoy the clips. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've seen this gem, if it's new to you, if you've watched it again recently. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye for now.
Bodie, Doyle, hold on a moment. World Chemical Products. Man just fell out of a 7-story window.
That's police business.
He jumped.
That's his business.
Somebody had slipped him a drug, him and half the staff there.
Well, that's
drug squad business.
Squad business.
What are you two, some kind of music hall act?
Whatever we are, you made us.
Ta-da!
2 dead, neither of them us. We did okay.
Okay. You call that okay? Look, a bust in like that, you're supposed to shoot from the door.
Yeah, suppose
Well, then the next time, you can be the monkey on the string and I'll be the backup.
And if I had fired from the door and missed, who was standing in the window?
Since when did you miss?
He would be attractive, wouldn't he?
Not now. Anyway, too busy ducking insults.
What?
Oh, I was just thinking, Cowley and a woman.
Yeah. He'd kick the door down, throw her on the bed.
And frisk her.
Listen, as soon as I get out there, get their heads down and keep them down. If that grenade's one of ours, it's an X4A, 10 seconds fuse. If it's primed.
Right, yeah.
Samuel Beckett would like that. Life in a word. If. Don't know how far he's gonna let me get before he twigs. Can you take him?
Bodie.
Can you bloody take him?
Yeah, I can bloody take him.
I know you can. Just gives a man confidence to have it confirmed.
Your lucky day, Nurse Boulding. Doesn't often do that.
Right there, now drop it.
Charles Nesbitt. Bodie! Ski ram, 3 o'clock from the centre.
Got it.
That's what he was shooting at.
What is it?
The ski ramp. Right of center. Some kind of target.
No, it's more than that. You see that wire? Must be linked to something under the water.
Hits the target, sets it off, right, Nesbitt? Give you time to get away. The device all right, and there's a cap. Stiff. If I can just get some purchase on it.
Hang about.
Oh. Careful. Got it?
Yeah, go ahead, turn.
I'm turning. There's a trembler!
It's a trembler.
Trembler.
Bodie, don't do that. You...
They've done it, sir.